Hey guys, welcome back to Remove Before Race. I had a really sleepless night last night because of course my brand new Spyder RS is sitting right there in Porsche Reading waiting for me to come and pick it up. So I need a bit of caffeine power straight away. And I know it's the same for all you petrol heads. You all, the night before, forget about sleeping. You're looking at your configurator photos, you're looking at pics the dealer might have sent you, and you're just daydreaming about how awesome it's going to be to pick up your new car. And it's no different for me. In fact, it's even worse because it's a GT car, and then Porsche keep teasing me in their app with like the amazing widgets that they show you of the fully configured car and the fuel level, and it's brilliant. Welcome to my humble abode, by the way. This is where I edit, being on the dining table or back there in the study. Bag is ready with all the goodies, including a cool little keyring that I'll show you. But first, I do need genuinely some caffeine power today. Now guys, instead of driving there, Porsche Reading have kindly sent me a cab to pick me up and take me straight to the dealership. This is not something especially that they're doing for me. They did it for me when I was buying my 991.1 Carrera as well, before I did all the car journo stuff. So really good of them, because sometimes you don't have the logistical help that you need. So we're gonna shoot off now and go and unveil the car straight away. Right guys, taxis out there, the old stables here. See the two Black Series sitting around. We've also got an interesting car coming on the channel next, which is first ever Rolls Royce for RBR, Spectre. Now let's head down, let's jump in the cab and head over to Porsche Reading and pick up my first GT product, Porsche. Right guys, so we've arrived. Welcome to Porsche Reading. Spyder RS is waiting inside. Let's find the car and then finally unveil my Spyder RS. Come on. There's the amazing new experience centre at Reading, HQ of the UK. There's my man. Hey buddy, how are you? You all right?
I'm good, you?
Good. So guys, this is the handover bay. You may have seen it on other channels as well. It's a very special place where dreams come true. Come and have a look at this. That's a nice touch. Thank you, Kev.
You're welcome.
That's really nice. Look at that. It's actually my configurator picture and a nice little message at the bottom. That's a nice touch. I like that.
You're very welcome. It's not every day that you're fortunate to come in a delivery of a car such as this.
Absolutely right. And there's the car. Beautiful. Covered up. Cannot wait to unveil it, but we have a bit of paperwork to do. That first, and then we're going to pull the covers off. Right guys, this is the stuff of dreams. I've got the unveil key. It's one of those machine car covers, so this is going to be quite exciting. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's see what the Spyder RS looks like in my spec. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely stunning. Look at the wheels. Oh, and this is of course Vanadium grey, unique colour to the Spyder RS, which is why I went for it. The blue, because I love the 4RS so much, was kind of a nod to that car. So guys, there you go. Spyder RS, literally the stuff of dreams, like I said. And literally, I mean, how many of us haven't gone on a configurator, like I said when we were speccing the car in that video, and specced up a GT product car, and now I can't even believe it's happened. It's been so many years of buying at Reading, and they've really rewarded my patience, so huge, huge thanks to them. But what do you guys think of the spec? The spec is, I think, pretty damn cool. Like a typical petrol head, I've come matching with the car. I've got my Vanadium grey type jeans and my Pelote shoes, and my shirt all match the indigo wheels, etc. Most people will think that is sad, but us petrol heads, we get it, because these things aren't a tool for a purpose for us. They're not a go from A to B thing. These are literally part of our family. So like the way that we would dress up our kids to match us, we like to match our cars. Only you guys would understand that. Let me talk to you a bit about spec then, because there was a number of reasons why I chose the bits that I chose on here. First of all, the color, which is Vanadium grey, as you can see. Beautiful, beautiful, sparkly grey with a kind of a cool tinge, but so sparkly up close. You really see it on the actual key. And then with that, I wanted to marry my love of the GT4 RS, which is why I went for the indigo wheels. Now these are not the mag wheels, okay? These are instead the standard wheels, but they are the unique style that first started in the 911 Speedster concept. And I really love these. I think they're perfect for this particular car, so that's great. And I think it matches with the Vanadium really quite nicely. Then of course, come to the bonnet, and you see that we've got Weissach package. How could you not get Weissach package? Even in the Spyder, which is more of a daily car, it's a lot softer apparently in its suspension settings, but just to get the carbon bonnet with the CXX, or what used to be CXX Sonderwunsch, stripe down the middle just makes it worth it. That really has this marry nicely then to 2RS and 3RS of 991 generation beautifully, and I just think that looks amazing. Of course, Spyder RS gets the nice massive lip at the bottom as well. But yeah, that is essentially your front end. So aggressive, beautiful. Then we come to the side of the car, which is probably the nicest view of the car, I think. And you see a lot more of the Weissach parts that are less well known. For example, we've got our carbon mirror over here, which is lovely. Even better than that, let's come look at these. You've got your air intake in the side, finished in carbon, which is so much nicer than the black plastic. And the most important thing, the process air intakes, the ones that I was licking on the press car. I'm going to lick these as well, hang on. I won't lick them, I'll kiss them this time. And then the roof, rather than going with the red lining that you get as an option, I went with the grey because I think it matches, again, the spec a little bit better. And then the roof, which I won't take off because it famously takes about 79 years to take off. We've got the carbon cross brace across our lovely Speedster bulges, or our Spyder bulges on the back, and the huge ducktail spoiler with a nice carbon bit across here. Another part of Weissach package is these babies. Check this out. Inspired by the 935, these are unlike any other Porsche you'll see apart from this and the GT4 RS, and they just look incredible. They're finished in a kind of a champagne-y metallic color, and they just really just finish this car off. And then to make sure that the interior matches what I've done on the outside, we've got a similar theme on the inside as well. So we have the grey interior rather than the red stitching one, so grey inserts in your carbon buckets, grey stitching everywhere, but that's paired with then a few blue highlights like our seat belts and our door pulleys here, and of course you've got carbon all throughout. So again, nicely mirroring what we've done on the outside. I'm really happy with that. It's quite a stealthy spec, but really, really pleased. Then the final touch is adding the indigo blue details on that, but I'll show you that more when we go to PPF the car, which is actually where we're heading now. We are heading to Topaz Detailing because we need to talk about how do you take care of ultra rare cars like this that you want to use properly every single day. That's where we're heading now. Let's turn this baby on and head off to Topaz. Now, before we show off, a quick thing to show you. Come and have a look over here. This is again something that the centre does for customers. It's a nice little gesture, isn't it? That's for the missus to keep her happy after a big car purchase. This is halal, don't worry boys. De-alcoholized. Is that even how you say it? But better than all of that, look at this little gift box here with an actual picture of your car at the handover area for you to always remember. And then, of course, your key. Key, beautiful. So funny story about the key. This is not a low spec car, right? I've gone all out on it, but I forgot one of the most basic things, which was the painted key and the cover. And I only realized like 2 days ago. So I messaged the guys here. I messaged Kevin. I said, look, you need to paint the keys for me. He was like, yeah, we'll sort it out. So luckily that's been done. And it's so good because you can really tell the paint shade on the key. I was actually quite blown away when I saw this. It's so sparkly. And you can really, really see, look at that, the way it's shimmering. It's absolutely beautiful. So well worth doing when you're customizing a car. It's a cheap option considering how much the rest of all of this costs. And you can't just, you cannot do without that. It's a great bit of symmetry with your car. All right, guys, here we are. First start, Spyder RS. Beautiful. Exhaust on, please. Exhaust on or else. Let's take this baby out. Hopefully don't scratch the crap out of it before I leave. So guys, we have arrived at Topaz Detailing. These are the guys who originally protected my GT Black Series 2.5 years ago, and they've recently done my M2. That's all fine, but I hate them today, okay? You wanna know why? Because buying this car is kind of like marrying the person of your dreams. For me, it's marrying the girl of your dreams, right? Okay, so run with this example for a second with me, all right? She's finally said yes, as have her parents, okay? So you've got allocation. You've managed to save up for the ring and the wedding, so you've done all of that. You've lifted the bride's veil, finally. You've done your I-do's, or you've read your nikah, you've done your sat peri, or whatever your ritual might be that you believe in. And she's cried and she's left her parents and all the waving is done and you're like, right, it's wedding night time. Except it's not. because you need protection. In this case, it's paint protection, but either way, your boy's about to be blue-balled for the next week and a bit, which is first world problems, yes, but I'm sure you guys can understand. I want this honeymoon and I want it now, but don't want to drive this car until it's totally protected. I'm sure you guys can understand that as well. Luckily, you guys don't have to wait for that to happen because we can simply skip forward in time. So guys, it's my birthday. Now, what better on your birthday than to just buy yourself a present that you actually want? And presenting me my present today is my good friend, Nabil from Topaz.
Happy birthday, mate.
Buddy? Thank you, man. Thank you.
Happy birthday and congrats.
Thank you. What do you think?
Oh, mate,
As a car man, I mean, you see amazing, just so you know, I've shown the viewers some of the amazing things you had here. Yeah. We had a Pagani Utopia that my soul left my body when I saw that car. I think it was the first one in the country or something. It was, yeah. Mind blown. But you see amazing cars every day.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think of my Spec? And you can be utterly brutal about it.
Mate, honestly, one of those things, this car, I think, is such good value for money. And we were talking about this, it's still expensive, but it's for what you're getting, for that induction noise.
Just for that?
Just for that. It's
that is worth the price of entry, right?
It really is.
Even though it's a 718 that's costing like almost 200 grand.
Yeah, yeah. No.
For that, you'd give your kidney.
I would. I'd probably give, I'd probably give 2 as well.
Yeah.
But you know,
I've only given 1, so like, I'm okay. We're all right.
No, but honestly, I absolutely love it. And I love the fact that you've gone with grey and blue, because this grey has a bit of tinge of blue to it.
It does,
as well.
doesn't it? See, this is what I said earlier.
It does.
Now, I never saw this colour in person, so I kind of took a bit of a risk.
Brave. It works really well.
Kind of
the decals are in blue as well, the back to the back.
The decals are actually peeling the day I got the car, which is crazy. But now they kind of got this 3D effect, so like they're even more obvious than they were before they were a little bit hidden. So now, what have we done? Because GT cars, it's important to give them longevity of life.
100%.
And keep them, as you were saying earlier, as they were the day that they were delivered.
Yeah.
So 100%. What do you guys do to get it to that
point? The thing is, I mean, we get a lot of GT cars, as you can imagine. We get a lot of Porsches. And because most Porsche drivers want to drive their cars.
Correct.
They really want to get in and get going.
I drove the car straight here and I was blue-balled for like a week, basically, waiting for it to be done.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't want to like take it anywhere near any road. Even coming here, there was a hesitation that...
And then you start hearing the little...
You do.
The noises.
And modern paint, it doesn't matter which manufacturer it is. It is thin, right?
Yeah, and also you want to keep it original. So imagine now you're having to go to a body shop, you have to take all the bumpers off and start to take everything down, and you're painting on top of the painted panel. Exactly. It just, the whole thing doesn't feel right. For someone who's OCD,
it ruins it.
It just doesn't. It ruins the experience.
So we've gone full.
On this one, we did full PPF,
full PPF
because I feel like it just needs it. You know, it really needs it on this car. There's a lot of aero in the car. Obviously, look behind the front tires. You can see that's just literally waiting. We've actually doubled up as well the protection on there.
Really?
Yeah. So we put the full wing is gone on, and then after that we've
I see.
we put another layer to double up the film. So that's again one of those things that we do to make sure that
you guys know the areas that are like high impact.
High impact, exactly that. I mean, that, as you can tell, that's just literally right behind the
Correct.
wheel.
Yeah.
Same thing on the rear bumper as well. We doubled that up as well. Headlights, something that a lot of people miss out.
Yeah.
But then the headlights are one of the most difficult pieces to do.
Really?
Because of the curvature. So again, the fact that you can't see it's got film on it is a testament to the way it's been designed and installed.
The other thing I found fascinating was when you showed me around this area.
How to get the film on.
Because you asked me, and I said, right, obviously you've taken this off.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
No, we don't take parts
off.
How did
you manage that? Like, how does the film, like...
The first time that I experimented doing it, it was like, oh no. So we put the film on, and the film tore.
Right.
So we've had to adjust the composition of the film a little bit.
So wait, is the
film...
more
elasticity.
Is it your own?
Yes, our own film. Oh. So we've given it a bit more elasticity. So now when you're putting the film, the material on, it goes from being... You know, again, the aperture.
Like you said earlier, it's almost like birthing.
Yes, wing birth.
Ouch.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, like, it's
quite a disgusting thing to think about. I really think about it that way, but yeah, from a perspective of wing birth, it is.
But you can't see the joints.
You can't tell. So for us, we were always looking at it, going, we don't like joints. Wherever there's joints, we try to remove them. Actually, we were talking about this off camera, weren't we? About taking parts off cars.
I hate it. Like, you cannot remove bumpers and lights and wing mirrors and drop, like, I hate it because it's never the same.
I know.
Clips always break.
Yep.
You replace clips, it's never the same. Things rattle.
Some people will take it off, realize that the clips are slightly bent and not replace them anyway, put it back on.
I've had that so many times.
I can't deal with it. So what we do is we say, don't remove anything. If the customer wants things to be removed, then we do at their own risk. But for me, that's why we've spent so much time to make sure we get that right. And the same thing with everywhere else. So for example, right now, if you look at the front bumper, look how close the pattern has gone to the edge. But it's within tolerance. And it's actually quicker to drop the bumper, put the film on, and then trim around it and put it back on again.
So this takes more time?
Much longer. But at least in my OCD, and I know that the team have not taken off the bumper.
Because your customers are the same. We're all like
that's it. Right? That's exactly it. And it's the same thing if we're in London, or if we're in Bristol, if we're in Leeds, if we're in Bahrain, if we're in Dubai.
I love the Dubai deals. I love that.
Do you like it? Yeah,
it's
yeah.
So
I just came back from there. Can you not see with my tan?
Amazing. Nabil's more aerodynamic than I am.
Exactly.
So
very much so.
You can see the tan a bit more.
Yeah, yeah. We should have a race, a running race.
No, I would lose. You're like a GT3 RS.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Then the other thing we did, ceramic coating.
Yep.
Which for me is super important because when I wash my cars myself,
makes it easier.
It saves so much time.
Ah, so much time. With the drying. I mean, even the dirt, if you realize.
Even getting dirty.
Yeah, even getting dirty.
I mean, the audience know better than us. They're so smart. Ceramic coating does work, but you know, someone actually has to do it properly or actually do it, because I've had a few occasions where it's been ceramic coated.
Yeah. It's
just not been ceramic coated.
And it has been. And also, there's a bit of misconception for some people selling the product. They'll say, don't worry, you won't get scratches with ceramic coating. Don't worry, you won't get stone chips ceramic coating. That's not true.
It's more the hydrophobic element.
Exactly. Right? It keeps the car glossier, cleaner for longer, and it makes it easier to clean.
Yeah.
That's the functional. That's what you do it for.
Yeah, it's not about scratches, not about, you know, forget about all of that. That's all nonsense, misconception.
For sure.
And then similarly on the roof, you guys have done, which luckily the boys took some B-roll of the water, which is so cool.
Isn't it?
It's so good.
The issue, there's only one problem with it.
Yeah.
Is that you're going to keep on putting water on it just to see the
just
bleeding
to see
effect.
Because the other thing is you've got these silly things as well, which is the red flaps on the RS, which are lovely.
Have you tried taking the roof off yet?
I haven't even bothered. I don't even know how to do it. Because I know I'm going to need like 36 hours, and by that time they're going to switch to another video. So no, I haven't bothered yet. Yeah. But it will be cool. That's going to be the main draw of this car, isn't it? It's taking the roof off and hearing these beautiful things.
I can't wait to see the videos. I'm sure I'm going to see loads of videos of you blatting around.
Man, I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait.
Really, it's going to be incredible.
Also recently did the M2, which I haven't showed the audience yet. I did half of the M2 because, look, it's a cheaper car and this is an expensive service. You might not want to go whole hog on a car like an M2 or an M140i or a basic 718, which is fine. It makes sense, right? But you need to do half the car. And as I explained in that video, I got a massive bill when I went to sell one of my Taycans of almost £6,000 for just stone chips around the front and the rear wheel arch.
Wow, yeah.
I don't know if I told you about this.
No, I didn't know.
Almost £6,000.
Wow, okay.
And I ended up paying less because I knew another body shop and they did me a deal, but that's not the point. I could have paid £2.5 to do the front end.
Yeah, of course.
And I know. I would have been saved.
And you would have been saved, and the car would have been original paintwork.
Exactly. So with that car, I said, right, I'm not even going to bother. It's a frozen Portimao blue. It needs to be protected, so we did the front half. But then the question to Nabil was, how do I keep that car on the rest of it while I own it looking the same at home? Because I want it to look as great as this looks at the point of collection. And then that's when you said, well, we're expanding Topaz shop into this like
100%.
Crazy thing. Tell me more about it. What's going
on? Look, for me, there was always a missing part to our puzzle, really, for me anyway. For people who don't have the budget to make the car obviously look like this and protect it, we have to have something for our viewers, for our fans, for the market. So Topaz shop is exactly that. It's taken me 5 years to get the product nailed, and we've been using all the products in all our studios and testing it from Dubai, from Bahrain to Thailand to Taiwan.
So all different climates.
All climates where there's humid, cold, all that kind of stuff. Well, not cold, not yet, just apart from the UK. Leeds is cold. It's cold up there.
Leeds is our winter test then.
Leeds is cold. But and this is the thing. So a lot of people say to me, and I get it on my DMs all the time, Nabil, what tips do you have for me? How should I clean my car? What should I use? What products? The products that are all on the shop are exactly what we use here.
The thing I liked about a lot of the new ones that you've come out with, like the all-purpose cleaner, is that a lot of it is like a brainless dummy like me can just get on with it.
Yeah.
Or you've got your bug
remover,
splatter or something.
yeah, exactly.
Bug remover, that was really good. And then I live by your quick detailer, which I absolutely love, which is a fantastic product. But it was easy enough just to kind of get to grips with.
Yes.
Clean your car.
What to do with it, and that's why I put we've spent loads of time on how-tos. We've spent loads of time on teaching people how to use our products, because I know you're not going to be detailers, right? You're not going to be detailing.
It needs to be easy enough that someone like me, I know nothing about washing cars. All I know is use clean stuff, use new cloths, etc. That is the limit of my knowledge. So the rest I need to kind of be, taught or almost spoon-fed. So it's good that you're doing that. So the good thing is, being RBR viewers, Nabil has arranged an amazing, like a mind-blowing discount for you guys if you use the code there. And we've done this together to make sure that I love cars. I don't mind cars looking dirty because it's nice that they're used, but when it comes time to making sure that the shell underneath is perfect, I'm really keen about that because I'm OCD about beautiful cars staying that way. So absolutely recommend it. Use that code and keep whatever your car is, be it a hypercar or a small little hatchback, whatever you may love, keep it looking nice and fresh. Nabil, I've taken so much of your time.
Mate,
thank you so much. It's a wonderful present.
Congrats, happy birthday.
I can't wait to drive it now.
Yeah.
Now I can actually drive it without being like, shitting myself, essentially.
See you later, yeah?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Right, guys. It is finally time to have a proper drive in this car, okay? And that means a drive without fear of mucking the car up, which I've been so looking forward to. So let's turn this on. Now, interestingly, this car does say that it has a running-in program, which I will read about in the manual and I'll fill you guys in when I do the first drive. That doesn't mean we can't hear some sound. So first of all, we're going to open the flaps, as you can hear immediately, but the main sound we're going to get is out of those beautiful intakes. So let's get going. Now you see, just because we have to run the car in and we have to be slightly gentle with the engine, doesn't mean you can't hear some wonderful intake noise from this engine. Now I assume those running in instructions are something like take it easy for the first 1,000 miles, but that doesn't mean we can't give it a few beans. Listen to that. Oh, getting flashbacks of 4RS. This is why I wanted this car. That intake noise, it's just the best. This is what it's all about. That naturally aspirated GT3 engine revving all the way to 9,000. Can't wait to drive it properly. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this collection video of my Spyder RS. If you have, as always, please do like and subscribe to RBR. And I'll see you guys on the first drive.